October 2020, a six-wheeled robot on the surface of Mars drilled into an ancient rock. That rock had been sitting there for 3.5 billion years. Inside it, scientists just found something that has never been seen before on Mars. A molecule with a structure that resembles the building blocks of DNA. Not proof of life, not even close, but something far more unsettling. Proof that Mars, a frozen, irradiated desert, once had exactly the right chemistry to build it. To understand why this matters, we need to start simple. What is an organic molecule? The word organic doesn't mean natural or healthy the way it does on a food label. In chemistry, organic simply means a molecule that contains carbon. Carbon is the backbone of life as we know it. Every cell in your body, every strand of DNA, every protein that makes you function, all of them built from carbon chains. Now here's what makes this interesting. Organic molecules don't only come from living things. They can also form through purely chemical processes, no biology required. They've been found in meteorites, in gas clouds between stars, even on asteroids drifting through space. So finding organic molecules on Mars doesn't automatically mean life was there, but it does mean something important. The chemical ingredients were present. Think of it like finding flour, sugar, eggs, and butter in a kitchen. It doesn't mean anyone baked a cake, but someone clearly had everything they needed to. And among the 21 molecules Curiosity just found, one stands apart from all the others. A nitrogen heterocycle, a ring of carbon atoms containing nitrogen. This structure is not just any organic molecule. It is considered a direct chemical precursor to RNA and DNA, the two molecules that carry genetic information in every living thing on Earth. It has never been found before on the Martian surface, never confirmed in Martian meteorites, until now. For most of human history, Mars was a mystery we could only watch from a distance. The first close-up images came in 1965 when Mariner 4 flew past the planet and sent back grainy black and white photos. They showed a cratered, barren surface. Scientists were disappointed. Mars looked dead. For decades, the scientific consensus was this: Mars is cold, dry, and almost certainly lifeless. Its atmosphere is too thin, its surface too irradiated. Any water that once existed had long since evaporated or frozen. Then something changed. In the 1990s, orbital missions began finding evidence of ancient riverbeds, valleys carved by flowing water, minerals that only form in the presence of liquid water. The picture started to shift. Mars wasn't always dead. Billions of years ago, it had rivers, lakes, possibly even oceans. And then Curiosity landed in 2012 in a place called Gale Crater, a former lakebed. Scientists chose it for one reason. If Mars ever had the conditions for life, this was the kind of place to look. Over the next decade, Curiosity found sulfur compounds, simple carbon molecules, signs of an ancient habitable environment. Each discovery expanded what we thought was possible, but none of them found what was just found in Mary Anning 3. In October 2020, Curiosity drove to a location its science team had carefully selected over months of orbital imaging, a spot rich in clay minerals called Glen Torridon. Clay is special. It forms in water, and more importantly, it traps and preserves organic molecules better than almost any other material on Mars. The spot was nicknamed Mary Anning, after a 19th century English paleontologist who spent her life uncovering fossils that others had dismissed or overlooked. The rover drilled 3 holes. The third, Mary Anning 3, was the one. The powdered rock sample was fed into SAM, Sample Analysis at Mars, a miniaturized chemistry lab built into the rover's belly. There, a small cup of a powerful solvent called TMAH was used for the first time on another world. TMAH breaks apart large, complex molecules into smaller fragments that can be detected and identified. The scientists only had 2 cups of this solvent. This was the first. What came back was unexpected. 21 carbon-containing molecules, 7 of them never seen before on Mars. Among them, benzothiaphene, a carbon-sulfur molecule found in meteorites that may have seeded organic chemistry across the early solar system, and the nitrogen heterocycle, the DNA precursor, the molecule that made scientists pause. Lead researcher Amy Williams of the University of Florida said, "That detection is pretty profound because these structures can be chemical precursors to more complex nitrogen-bearing molecules. Nitrogen heterocycles have never been found before on the Martian surface." NASA's project scientist Ashwin Vasavada put it even more directly. This collection of organic molecules once again increases the prospect that Mars offered a home for life in the ancient past. Published April 21, 2026, Nature Communications. Here's what I can't stop thinking about. Curiosity has been on Mars for 13 years. It's driven 33 kilometers across a crater floor. It's drilled dozens of rocks. It's run thousands of experiments. And in a single rock, drilled on a single October afternoon, it found a molecule that resembles what life uses to write its genetic code. We don't know if that molecule came from ancient Martian life. We may never know, not without returning those samples to Earth. But here's what we do know. 3.5 billion years ago, Mars had water. It had warmth. It had chemistry. It had everything that on Earth eventually led to life. And now we know it had this. The question of whether we are alone in the universe is one of the oldest questions humans have ever asked. We haven't answered it yet, but we just got a little bit closer. Stay curious.